Hello, hello, and welcome to CWC's F1 race in a cloudy Spain. Round 6, we've got 11 drivers on the grid. A few guys are doing the URC tournament, so we are without the VSR boys this evening, as well as Will and Plexits. Still got a good lineup of drivers though. Wayne on his second race, hoping to not hit friend Samster this time. Samster didn't have the best of races last week, so he's going to be hoping to improve on that. The Toro Rosso guys are going to be looking to continue their pretty good form. We'll forget about Baku. Medium pilot been in it in a pretty good position. Zach's going to be looking to keep his consistency up. So we're going to see how it goes this evening. I'll be joined by Coloman shortly. He's just finished the F2 commentary. So it's a interesting track, Spain. You've got that fast right-hander which tends to catch quite a few people out. You've got the awkward left-hander up the hill just after that kind of hairpin. I think it's turn 7 maybe. I always struggle big time with that. I'm just going to get the standings up to see where we're at. It's going to be a big help for some of these drivers that Blizzard is not able to grab any points this week. We know Blizzard's usually he's grabbed a first or second in every race he's been in this season. Where we are, driver standings. So at the moment, it seems to be Blizzard and Medium Pilot trading off for, well, and Rafa trading off for first and second. Rafa grabbing 2 DNFs, so that's the only real reason he's missed out on probably a couple of podiums. Medium Pilot should have had a podium last week in Baku, but grabbed himself a DNF. Blizzard took full advantage of that, and ODEMZ not had the best luck so far, but he managed to grab P2, moving him up to 10th, finally with some solid points in the driver's standing. So we got Medium Pilot currently level on points with Blizzard, so this is a good chance for him to extend some kind of lead over Blizzard, because he knows every time Blizzard's going to race, it's going to be tough competition. Blizzard does sit in second on the same amount of points as Medium Pilot. Rafa is in third, 15 points adrift, so you know, anything a third and up is going to bring him level with Blizzard. So Rafa's got a good chance of jumping Blizzard today, taking advantage of him not starting. Zach isn't far behind Rafa, 2 points behind. Pretty consistent. He's got 3 4th places and a third. The other race he didn't start, so Zach's probably going to pick up points. He always does. I've not heard anything about the weather as of yet. Hopefully someone will let me know if it's a dry race as well. Quali is looking a bit cloudy, but we don't see rain often here. Let's just get the old tweet going to say that F1's underway. We'll get that in there. So Medium Pilot setting the benchmark of a 1:17.4 at the moment. Onyx not far behind, with 2/10 behind, or the 1:17.6. Let's get some details up here. Okay, so yeah, those guys set them up on the mediums at the moment. Old School set his lap on the softs. So it's not a true representation as of yet. I would imagine these guys are going to do a one-stop soft to mediums. Then again, F1 always seems to be slightly different in terms of strategy compared to the F2 and 3 leagues, which I find quite interesting. Old School will be on his in lap at the moment. Rafa's about to start a lap. So we'll sit here and ride on board with Rafa, because he's got a lot riding on this. He'd like to jump Blizzard today, maybe even beat his teammate. Him and Medium have been very close in some of the races. He's pretty smooth so far. Awkward right-hander to get absolutely right. Relatively straightforward. Now this left-hander coming up the hill, so easy to lose your back end here. On the power early, try to get a nice straight exit. He does it pretty well. Got that fast right-hander. Ooh, bit of a twitch on the exit of that. Would have cost him a small amount of time. Nothing too drastic though. Looked like he'd lift off ever so slightly. Also another awkward little chicane going up that little crest. Coming through the last little chicane with some pretty savage curves. If you get those wrong, quite easy to lose it. He is coming in, so he's decided to not keep that lap. His teammate is currently on his out lap on the supers. I'm not aware of the knowledge of if a super soft to medium is a legitimate strategy. It might be for some of these boys, I'm not sure. Most of the time I see, well, F2 was certainly soft to medium, so whether or not he's just going to get a lap in here and then come back out on the softs, we'll see. So taking a look at the constructors, the Toro Rossos of Medium Pilot and Rafa well ahead on 121 points at the moment. They still picked up 3 DNFs between them over the past 5 races, and actually picked up no points in Australia. So, you know, the other teams have lucked out really with those guys not being as consistent as they could be. The Renaults of VSR, Blizzard and Old School sit in second on 96 points, picking up points in all the races. No DNFs between those guys, but obviously Blizzard's had a few URC races. As we see, Medium is coming in. I'm going to imagine he's going to put those soft tyres on potentially. Old School's on his out lap. Wayne's still in the pits. Who else have we got out? Lawman's is currently out on the mediums, looking like he's on a hot lap, going into that awkward left hand up the hill. Keeps it nice and smooth through there. He gets a good exit onto the fast right hander. He's got a Renault just in front of him. We coming up to the other awkward little chicane, slightly up. It's quite easy to lose the rear end through there as well. Takes it nice and smooth. Coming into the final mini chicane, you got to watch out for that inside curb. Misses it nicely. Gets a good exit and also is on his way in. So he's getting a feeler lap. A lot of guys throwing out some feeler laps here at the moment. I'm imagining we're going to see a lot of soft tyres starting to come out any minute now. Ibrahim's not yet set a time, He is, oh no, losing it just before the final chicane, which is probably for the best, because I don't know if, well, don't know if he wants to do the reverse strategy. He probably wants to get in, get those set of softs on, and head on out. Old School currently out on the super softs. Yellows, don't know if that was just someone slowing down. So yeah, there we go. So we got Onyx on his out lap on the softs. Old School is on a lap here. Whether or not it's just a feeler lap and he's gonna come in is a different story. Final little chicane is pretty smooth. Coming up to the final mini chicane, missing that inside curb, and he does, oh, gets a bit slidey through the final chicane. 1:18.0, which was, yeah, not as quick as his soft lap. That mistake on the final chicane definitely costed him some time there. So everyone in the pits at the moment, apart from Old School and Onyx. Old School on his in lap, Onyx on his lap, deciding to come out slightly earlier than the rest. So the later guys are going to have a slight advantage in terms of that extra bit of maybe track temperature and grip. That is the risk of getting your lap in a little bit early, but obviously you do have no worries about a nice clean open track. Looks like Rafa's on his way out. Zach's on his way out. Yeah, Rafa on the softs. Zach on the softs. So popping back over to the constructors, the Red Bulls, unfortunately Alper Bal started the season pretty well, showed some really good pace, but he's been on a string of no-shows, just gone off the radar. So Super Guy's been keeping that Red Bull together. Zach Plexix keeping up some consistent points, but Plexix unable to make it today. They sit in 4th on 66. The Red Bulls in front are on 75, and then the Renaults on 96. So there's a bit of a gap forming with the Toro Rossos, Renaults and Red Bulls at the top of the constructors for the F1 league. Oh, Onyx, so his lap ended up 1:16.8. So he's got about 6/10 up on medium pilot, but his lap was on the mediums. I'm sure Rafa is going to have something to say. He's just started his lap. We got a few guys coming out on track now on the softs as predicted. It's just the best strategy around here. Silas, a new guy in F2, tried to do a 2-stop. I don't know if he messed up his strategy. Still grabbed a P3, but could have easily been a pole. Medium, yeah. So looks. Oh, Rafa. Sorry, looks like Rafa's gonna be. See the guy furthest ahead at the moment. Wayne's in sector 1. Rafa coming down that second DRS straight into the chicane, takes it pretty well. Oh, he takes that bit very nicely through there. Awkward, slow right-hander. And into this last little chicane. Got to miss that inside curb. Oh, a little bit of overstay on the way out, but he takes that nicely. This is gonna be a quick time. This is gonna take it. And it's a 16.7. Takes it by, I believe, yeah, 10th. He's a 10th up. Zach crosses the line, 1:17.0, 2/10 off of Onyx's time. Medium pilot and Old School on that out lap. It's saying yeah, Old School is on the super soft, so he's going to be wanting to get out on the front row. Not sure if he's going to try a 2-stop or try and stretch those super softs to a 1-stop. I don't know if the super soft's possible with a 1-stop. Don't know if someone who's watching can let me know that. LFC Forza Renolti Old School has this on lock. Forza Rosso League of Europe. Welcome, guys. Yeah, Old School. He is going out on the super softs though. I don't know if anyone can tell me in the chat if the super soft and mediums are legitimate strategy, or whether you're gonna have to do a 2-stop with super soft. But he's gonna need this lap to be quick. He's gonna need it to be quick. He currently sits in 5th. He's gonna want to be on top here. Medium Pilot did cross the line. Oh no, Medium Pilot's on his lap at the moment. So going through that awkward little left-hander up the hill, through the fast right-hander. He's seriously got some pace going on here. Rafa, nothing left for Rafa. Goes through the chicane. Strange little left-hander again. There's a couple of weird little chicanes and those little uphill and downhill kind of left-handers. This final chicane, got to miss that curb, clips it a little bit, but manages to get through there very nicely. This is going to be a good time from Medium Pilot. Is it enough to beat Rafa's? It is by 3/10. Great lap from Medium Pilot. We've got Onyx on a lap, sector 2, sector 3. Old Schools, he needs to be up there. He needs to be up. It's only as good as P3. So he's going to struggle, I think. This is Wayne. Oh no. Onyx is on another lap with those softs, going through the fast right-hander. Lawman's is going to be next. Mathis is either, I don't know if he's retired in the pits. Lawman's has backed out. Lawman's has backed out of that lap. Samster sticking with the mediums. Ibrahim's not set a time yet. And oh no, I'm not quite sure what's happened there to Ibrahim. So Wayne coming into the, oh no, he's also messed up somewhere. Not quite sure what's happened there, but that is it. Medium Pilot grabbing Karkanen saying yeah, it's possible. Ivan saying you can't make SS to M. Mathis's car didn't ghost, so I didn't see that. I'm assuming Mathis has bottled it somewhere along the line. So Medium Pilot with a 1:16.4, fantastic lap from him. His teammate Rafa just behind on a 1:16.7, 3/10 away from Medium Pilot. Old Schools on the super soft, so be interested to see whether he decides to do a 1-stop onto the mediums or go for the 2-stop to soft. Onyx grabbing the P4, he's on the softs. Everyone's on the soft apart from Samster, who's down in 10th, but he's starting on the medium tyre. So he's going to be doing the reverse strat. He's going to be very quick at the end, and Ibrahim not managing to set himself a time. Onyx, right, so Onyx saying Onyx must have been on a lap and was 2/10 up on his lap, and Mathis got in the way somehow. So the 2 Toro Rosso guys showing that they've got some serious pace still. If they can keep it consistent, they're going to extend their advantage into the constructors table. Medium Pilot's going to extend his lead potentially on Blizzard. He's going to want to take advantage of extending his lead on Blizzard. Rafa is going to want to be looking to also leapfrog Blizzard while he's out at URC. Zach's got an outside chance of catching up to Blizzard. He's on 51 points, Blizzard's on 68, so Zach's going to have to finish quite high We know Super Guy is pretty consistent as well. He's picked up 2 P3s, so never discount Super Guy. But I'm gonna have to put my money on the 2 Toro Rosso guys at this stage. I feel like Old School's at a bit of a disadvantage starting on those super softs. Ivan, if you start at the back, just go M to S if you're good at tyre management. Yeah, it looks like Samster is going to go for that option. He's down in P10 on a set of mediums, so he's going to be going to that. Colo wants a party invite. Let's get Colo back in here. There we go. Hopefully Colo's going to be joining us in a second. So just to go through the quali or the race starting lineup: medium pilot P1, Rafa P2. Those Toro Rosso boys keeping up their consistency. Old School's in P3, but he's on the super soft tyre. So yeah, like I said earlier, it's going to be interesting to see what strategy he's going to be going on. And here's Colo, man. How is it? All good. Yeah. How was F2?
It was alright. I was a bit low on it, quite shocked. My other account was in a party, so I just kept trying to join this one. I was like, oh wait, the other one's in a party, so I can't join it.
Old School is praying for a safety car on lap 4. Yeah.
I watched Onyx's what's called incident. He was going down the second DRS straight, and the car just didn't. He was sighted, like the car literally covered pretty much the whole track on the racing line. It just didn't ghost. So he just
he said it didn't ghost. Onyx saying please no for the safety car. It's definitely going to help. So Old School's the only guy in the top. That's 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Awkward delay, and we're off. Everyone looks like they get a really good start. Both Toro Rossos getting a good start. Oh, look at that, 2 in a beds. Look at all those 2 in a beds. Oh, on it, the McLaren, a bit of contact with Onyx and medium pilot. Medium pilot's dropped down. Renault running wide in the background, but medium pilot did not get a good start. I'm certainly not going to write him off, but Onyx had a great start. There's a little bit of contact between them. I don't think it was overly aggressive. Samster has gained 4 positions. He's on the medium tyre, so he's going to be doing the reverse strategy. If he can keep that up, he's in for a strong race. Super Guy, Zach, both gaining 2 positions themselves. Old School, the biggest loser. He does not want to be back there.
Can stay within DRS and be nice. If he gets to lap 3 and stays in DRS, I think he has a really good sense of jumping cars, because he's going to stay with them on the slower tyre. He's going to really capitalise on the.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think even though medium pilot's lost 2 positions, I think he's going to have a go at Onyx on the straight. But Sam's Old School, he's lost 4 positions and he's on the super soft tyre.
Yeah, that's hurting.
So yeah, he's going to need a safety car, I think, if he wants to make any progress. Medium pilot not able to get past Onyx just yet. Onyx showing some great pace here today. Yeah. So Rafa, this in terms of constructors, this is still good for Toro Rosso. It's better for Rafa because Rafa's actually going to leapfrog Blizzard if he finishes first or second, I think. And either way, it's good for medium pilot because him and Blizzard are currently level. So whatever he does, he's going to be gaining.
Yeah, I think Rafa really affected medium pilot start, saying that he went on the inside and didn't really give his teammate enough room, so he really lost out on it, so just capitalised on that. Like that bad entry into P1 and he got a hard second. It'll be interesting to see if he keeps the distance of the medium pilot up there. But maybe we'll see another Toro Rosso one too.
Oh, we could well see another Toro Rosso. Lawmans is on his way in the pits. He lost 2 positions at the start. I'm not too sure what's happened to Lawmans.
Yeah, the DRS was unable, so Samson's going to be really on foot, fighting old school for this.
He is getting his wing changed, so something's happened to his wing. Medium pilot's not letting Onyx go, but Onyx, I'm really impressed with Onyx's pace today. We know medium pilot's quick, as is Rafa. So yeah, Onyx mixing it up with those two guys. Zach's still not too far behind either.
Rafa's gone wide.
Oh, Onyx! Rafa making a mistake. Onyx with the DRS, so he's able to defend himself down the straight. Now Rafa's under pressure from his teammate, but all these guys are going to have DRS on the main straight. So
on turn 8, he went up the grass and just, I don't know what happened.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Medium makes a jump on 2 cars here. He's going to have like a super Zach just behind, Super Guy just behind him. Look at this.
That's how
We got a whole host of DRSs going on, but this kind of seems to be all cancelling each other out. No one able to make a move into turn 1.
Yeah, Onyx just didn't have any DRS there, and he didn't really lose anything to Rafa.
Didn't do a thing. Didn't do a thing. No.
Onyx could be a dark horse.
Brilliant stuff. So we have these top 5 guys all well within a second of each other at the moment.
Incredible.
Samster's still doing very well. He's only 2 seconds behind, and he's on the medium tyre, remember, so he's going to be rapid at the end of this race.
Yeah, but these guys in front are going to have DRS on each other, and Samster's losing so much time down the straight. He's on the harder tyre, and he won't have DRS down the straight.
No.
Get the speed like these cars do. He'll make it. Obviously, yeah, he's really early.
Yeah, he's going to be one to watch at the end of the race, Samster. That's where he's going to make his time back up. So we're going to come into another main straight here with 5 cars all within DRS range. Onyx obviously not able to have any DRS, but Rafa's not going to be able to make it. Neither's. Oh no, Rafa might. He's at. Oh yeah, he's gone for it. He's gone for it. Great move by Rafa.
Oh, that was Daniel Ricciardo-esque.
That was almost like Hamilton's lift off in Bahrain into that turn 4.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's probably one of the best ever.
Now, Onyx is going to be under pressure from medium, but Rafa's going to have to defend on this next DRS straight.
Maybe some team orders, and then try and hold up on it so they can get first pass and then.
Possibly. They do have Zach and Super Guy as well, not too far behind. Mathis is closing in on Samster. Samster doesn't want to be losing too many places, although he does again have the. Yeah, old school struggling. I mean, those super softs are pretty much at the end of their life already. They're not going to last much longer.
This main straight's going to be really interesting. There's so many cars just within a second of each other.
Now I've noticed Lawmans has gone straight onto the mediums. Do you reckon he's going to try and go to the end of the race on that set of mediums? That'd be insane if he manages to pull that off.
Oh my god, this battle! It's going to be on the inside. Doesn't really give Rafa that much room.
Giving each other just about enough room. Medium pilot just watching the action unfold. Rafa trying to go around the outside. Onyx has got the better exit though. He's going to look on the inside now into the hairpin, trying to squeeze Onyx to the outside, and he makes the move stick.
Super just taps the back of. I want to see 1.5 seconds between leading. So
Insane.
And lap 6 is just incredible. They'll all have the RS down here. Sorry, I think Superbike will have Zach here.
Oh, Onyx has gone for a move. He locks up a little bit. Rafa has to go very wide.
This is...
Oof.
Oh my...
Super Guy unable to make any move into Zach, but I'm sure we're going to see another move. Are we going to see another Rafa special into turn 1? Onyx has a pretty good exit. Rafa's hooked in. Rafa's hooked in. Onyx has gone defensive. Rafa's going to have to go around the outside. Oh, Onyx got caught out by the pit lane cut-off.
Old school. We've got some lap 6 on his rotated software, obviously. They're not doing too well for him, but this battle, we have 5 cars, I think.
Crazy stuff. Yeah, if you noticed, Onyx got caught out a little bit by the pit exit. He ran out of tarmac because the grass came in front of him and had to kind of cut back in. Could have been disastrous for both drivers, but they've all saved it. All having a great battle. Again, the top 5 still within 4-5 tenths of each other.
That's what's interesting as well. Okay, so the top 2 have a little bit of an incident. 3rd, 4th and 5th need to be quick on the first point to avoid that if that happens again. If Onyx tries and let's do another track extension and try and if he just spins it, he hasn't had a brilliant exit out there and Rafa's on the back of him, but
Rafa's on the throttle. Well, Medium Pilot has got a good exit as well, but Rafa's obviously got that DRS flap open. Onyx goes defensive. Rafa's gonna have to go around the outside. Not gonna make anything stick there.
It's incredible. They're just not losing any time to them.
No, none of them. Everyone just staying really close to each other. The furthest guy back is Zach from Medium Pilot at 5 tenths in the top 5. Samster still doing well to defend from Mathis. He's keeping himself 1.1 seconds behind Super Guy. So he's actually gained on this top group of drivers by about a second. So he's going to be in a great position. He's not going to lose much time at all when he does his switch over. He's going to be quick at the end.
Yeah, this balance is going to help him because obviously Onyx is going to brake, Rafa have to brake when Onyx brakes, Medium Pilot when Rafa brakes. It's just going to be a whole train of braking really early to the top 5 and Samsung's going to capitalize on that. Meaning that you can brake whenever you want really, and these slow corners is really slowing down compared to Samsung, and you capitalize on it especially on the slower tyre and not really losing as much time.
Rafa again. Rafa's got a good exit. He's got a good hook. Onyx has gone defensive again. Almost getting caught out by that pit lane. Rafa goes around the outside and he's gonna make it stick this time, but Onyx
Samsung had a mistake, I think, and Matthews was just taking the placement. I don't know what's happened to him. I think you don't know. I don't know what happened to Samsung. He's lost a bit of time there.
He has lost a little bit of time. Onyx not letting Rafa out of his sight though.
This is incredible.
Insane stuff from these top 5 drivers here. Rafa getting a little bit of dirt. Onyx sticks a nose out, but he can't make anything there. He locks up a little bit. Almost causing Medium Pilot to dink the back of Onyx. Super Guy very close to the back of Zach.
Yeah, I think this race is going to come down to super manager tyres best. You can get the most out of.
Well, yeah, any little mistake and you're going to get someone's going past you.
Exactly. Onyx has touched the grass twice now, so the tyres are going to be a tiny bit more worn than
Onyx is going to have a little look on the inside. He's late.
Locks up.
He locks up. he was too late for that dive. He had a little bit of a lock-up.
Obviously, this turn 2024 for this 30 years going to play into it, so they're going to underscore so much through that corner. Like, it's stupid how that 10 and they're still just within like 5 tenths of the top 3. And Mathis has joined the party.
Yeah, Mathis is involved, and again, Samster's still only a second behind, so the top 6 drivers within half a tenth of each other. Samster's now within DRS range in 7th.
This is gonna... Mathis is watching on the back of the season line, so this is gonna help Samster even more, because he's gonna catch up, because they don't have that, obviously don't have that space, they're gonna have 30 air down in the corners, and
especially if Samster can... Oh, Rafa's made a mistake. He's made a mistake. Onyx is gonna surely take advantage of that. Rafa hits the dirt. Medium Pilot seems to have lost a bit. Yeah, Onyx flies past on the outside. Rafa tries to get back, but Onyx has got trap position. Yeah,
Samster's within 7 tenths of Mathis now, so control this battle for first. Different card for it, but
now I'm wondering if Rafa's maybe gonna let Medium Pilot through to have a pop at Onyx. Yeah, exactly. Rafa and you know, it's only gonna ruin. You can already see quite a bit of graining. It's not gonna be far till these guys start thinking about pitting in.
Yeah, exactly. In the F2 race, it was quite an overcast weather, so it was quite cold, so I could be cool, so they wouldn't overheat as much. So right now it's very, very sunny to the track.
Oh, Super Guys! He looked on the inside of Zach into that hairpin, but couldn't make it stick.
Samster's so close behind.
The top 7 drivers right now are within half a second of each other.
Super Guys made a mistake, and Mathis.
Onyx cutting. Yeah, Onyx cutting that last corner by quite a bit. Medium Pilot has also come in, so they obviously didn't.
Some to get Mathis break late now.
Wayne gets a 3-second time penalty. I think that's the first one for multiple warnings.
It'll be interesting to see if the medium to soft is going to capitalise on.
Well, the Toro Rossos did well there to not bugger that up, because if they both came in, they would have slowed each other up in the pits. However, Onyx seems to have had a better pit stop in general than Medium Pilot.
It's 20 seconds for the leader. But this is incredible.
Samster.
The long right-hander trying to correct the mistake and went too far left. Slipped the gravel trap and lost so much time for Samster. Samster was pressure on him, but it's going to be.
Now we're probably going to see Rafa, Zach, and Super Guy come in here. Yeah, there's Rafa, there's Zach. Super Guy stays out.
I think he looked at how Zach was so close to him going into the pits, and also that's going to slow him down for the break.
Now, where's Rafa going to come out? Onyx is coming around the final corner now.
It's medium. Oh, it's going to be close.
Oh, no, he's gone. Onyx is gone. Medium Pilot's jumped his... Oh, Medium Pilot has managed to jump his teammate, though. Slightly warmer medium tyres, so he's going to have a little bit of an advantage.
Oh, that's good. It's super like it's jumped by any of these pit now like that. Massive and like that.
No, I feel like Super Guy's still gonna come out behind. He might come out behind Old School at this point. But obviously Old School's got to pit again because he's had a dodgy strategy. I would imagine Super Guy's got to come in.
It's going to be interesting to see if Samster, see if this strat will actually benefit him.
So Samster takes provisional pole. He's in provisional P1 at the moment on the medium compound. So he's going to be going to lap maybe like 20.
Yeah, definitely 20.
He's going to be around the 20 mark, maybe 21. The longer he can stay out, the better.
I took medium to 19 laps yesterday, and they felt beautiful at the 19th lap. They didn't hit. I couldn't. It was still good. I think it's like 20 laps. And I mean, fun to see him on the softs at the end of the race trying to catch up to his medium guys.
Well, you can see the effect of fresh mediums that it's had on Rafa. Rafa's dropped to 1.7 seconds behind medium pilot, purely probably because he's on the colder medium tyres.
Medium pilot coming caught right down on it for gearbox. What I saw in the F2 races, the mediums don't really wear out. Like the difference between say 8 lap old mediums and 5 lap old mediums is nothing really.
No,
so,
no, not at all.
SSR on I think it was 5 more laps newer mediums. Nothing.
Sector 3. Oh, Mathis. Mathis has put it
at that little uphill bit that is famous for really,
I was saying that in qualifying, that little, the little kind of chicane, it's kind of a chicane-ish, little tiny bit of uphill. There's a few of those. That other, is it turn 7, that uphill left-hander just after the hairpin, that uphill left-hander. Same thing, it catches your rear out, doesn't it?
It must have been going through easily.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, because he looked like he was had a quite a bit of pace today. And he was trying for 4th, maybe a podium, but anyway.
So that's Lawman's has been bumped into some points at the moment. Lawman's not having a great start to the race, keeping it pretty quiet, as is Ibrahim. Ibrahim's going to be going to the end on those tyres, so Ibrahim should take Old School. Lawman's, I doubt he can take those to the end. I'd be highly impressed because there's no way. Sector 1. Oh, is that Mathis again?
Yeah.
He's retired from the session.
What's happening there?
I'm not sure. He got his wing changed, and then his setup's all wrong.
Yeah.
Samster, I think's made a mistake somewhere because he's lost. He lost about 4 seconds to Onyx in the last lap, last couple of laps. Medium pilot still well on. Oh, Onyx! Onyx going a bit of Colin McRae round that right hander. Going around it in style. Now this, he's just locked up. Rafa's got a time penalty. I didn't see much. I was just riding on board with him. I didn't seem to catch that.
There's an old, it was an exit of like turn 6 thing is you go a bit too over the curb.
Oh, Lawman's.
There.
Sector 2.
It was like turn 6.
Lawman's has retired. What happened to Lawman's?
That is unfortunate. I think quite a lot of the time for Lawman. He still have it like that.
So Raf.
Right on the back of.
Oh, he's hooked. He's hooked in. Onyx goes defensive again. He's on the outside.
I think he's had him. No, Onyx is the inside.
No, Onyx has squeezed him. Rafa's still. No, Onyx is going to take that.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit too aggressive on it. He had a bit of a unnatural movement in that corner, I think. But no harm done. Really out. Rafa's going to be catching up on that.
Yeah, Zach's still looming. He's just kind of been watching all this unfold. Having a clean race, as he always does. I mean, Zach, I've been so impressed with him since he started in CWC.
Yeah.
He just always gets points. He's always clean. Rarely DNFs. I think he's had one, maybe two. Yeah, he's absolutely solid driver, and he loves the wet. He's got a few world records in the wet. He loves doing the obscure world records. He's got Monaco, I think, in the wet as well.
Yeah. Well, that's not brilliant exit from medium pilot with a bit of an oversteer moment there, so on the fastness.
Don't think medium's going to be able to lock in enough. No, there's no way you can die from that. Super guy getting himself past old school having a little look back, but obviously old school needs to pit again.
So yeah, I don't know when something's gonna pit, because they stopped in lap 10 with warm, like old
8, 9. At this stage he's gonna come out behind old school.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously the advantage he does have is all those guys are pretty close, and he is going to be on a much quicker tyre, so I definitely wouldn't write him off grabbing a potential podium, maybe sneaking into P3, because yes, although he's going to lose a lot of time on his next pit stop, the mediums, as we all know, are a bit like ice skates around any track, really. They're going to last ages here, but they're not the quickest. Medium not getting the best of exits again on the final corner. That's Samster in lap 19. He comes in, he's onto the softs, so 100.
Onyx is locking up into quite a few corners.
Yeah, I was about to say that earlier. He is locking up quite a lot, so his front tyres are definitely going to be a little bit more worse for wear than medium pilots and Raffas. I think we might see that towards the end of the race, and it's not going to help in a potential defence against Samster if that's the case. Just like I said, yeah, Samster has come out behind old school. So 6, 7, 8.
You will take that position back.
Oh yeah, yeah. Old school needs to pit again. He's about 7, 8 seconds behind Super Guy, who is on mediums. So we should see another.
Need to put down on these. Those points are going to.
Yeah, they're going to be knackered. They're going to be absolutely knackered towards the end of the race.
Oh, but we do need to remember Rafa still has a 3-second time penalty, so right now he's behind Zach and Zach from the third position. Onyx just has such good exit out.
He's getting a great exit. Rafa has just set the fastest time. All these guys though still within a second. They've been like that the whole race. Great stuff. These top four. Super Guy's lost out a little bit. I'm not sure quite where that's happened.
Yeah. More. Yeah. Basically, I'll see in and yeah, Zach's just lost a second through that, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has just lost a little bit of time. I am thoroughly impressed with Onyx though today. I always saw Onyx as kind of maybe 5th placed driver, especially when Blizzard and ODEMZ, those guys are in the mix. But you know what? He's taken full advantage of Blizzard not being here and then some, because those Toro Rosso guys have been absolutely solid this season, especially medium pilot. He's shown real good pace everywhere. But obviously, that's the thing with F1, isn't it? Some drivers are just better on different tracks. You can't be good at all of them.
Yeah, that's what's brilliant about having his league and again.
Oh, he's locked in again. He didn't stay in the slip quite. He didn't stay in the slip quite long enough. I don't think he came out a little bit too early. Samster, there we go. This is what I'm saying. Samster's on those softs. He's it's a big chunk. Yeah.
Look,
oh, Onyx again. Colin McRae around that corner, locking up again.
Yeah. What I was saying was, with these leagues and having equal cars, you don't know who's going to be fastest anywhere.
No.
Anyone can come out and absolutely smash the field. If everyone has an equal playing field, and you go at one track and you smash 20% of other tracks.
Again, big lockup. Sorry, yeah. Onyx.
Yeah.
He's locking up into almost every corner. That front left is taking an absolute pasting. Again, lock up front right.
Maybe medium pilots influencing this. Maybe he's a bit.
Well, yeah. If medium pilot just keeps that pressure on and keeps his tires clean, Onyx is, going to be there for the taking towards the end of this race.
Oh, not playing the long enough. He too early.
Yeah. Lock up again.
It's quite old school in the pits. Thank you very much.
Oh, Rafa gets a better exit out of the right-hander. Switchback. That was a lock-up. Another lock-up. Switchback. No, switchback's not there. But see, there's the lock-ups are starting to take effect, which medium pilot's going to be able to take advantage of those lockups.
Boys are definitely influencing this. They're really making me nervous.
Oh, big time. What's the bet on a lockup into the hairpin? Oh no, he keeps it nice this time. Onyx through the hairpin. That's such a scary corner, that little left-hander up the hill, going over the curb.
It's so unpredictable.
You're fine if you stay on the tarmac, but you want to cut because you just naturally want to go straight over that. Yeah, you can, but it's so difficult, especially on pad. See, Onyx just gets such a good exit out of the final corner. It's making it difficult for Rafa to keep up. Zach's still within half a second of Rafa. Samster now within 5 seconds of Super Guy.
This turn 3 is horrible for
Oh, Rafa's gone very wide, but keeps up a lot of speed.
It's just dirty air that's really affecting that turn. They obviously need to go full green.
Oh, there's another lockup from Onyx.
Onyx's tyres are going to be absolutely.
Look at these four guys. Look how close these four guys. It's weird though. They're staying so close. Oh, Onyx, 3-second time penalty. He doesn't want that.
Maybe Pilot's in first. Rafa in third. Onyx second. Rafa has a 3-second time penalty as well. And that's a big lockup. Onyx's tyres are.
Well, that also brings Zach into the mix, doesn't it? If Onyx and Rafa have got 3-second time penalties.
Exactly.
That brings Zach up into P2, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think so.
At this stage, at this stage, that's put Zach into P2.
Rafa's on the back of medium pilot teammate.
There we go. We're going to see a move from Rafa.
Rafa does really break late into this T1.
And he does. Now Rafa's going to have a pop at Onyx now.
Yeah, maybe the understeer is not.
But he does. Oh, I thought he wasn't going to break. Thought that was a front wing gone there. Oh, Rafa's got some very late braking zones. I think he's going to have a good. Yeah, I think he's going to have a very good chance into turn 1 if he can get a good exit because Rafa.
He breaks so late into it and still makes it corner so well. It's very impressive how late he breaks into it. Oh my god! But people count the lockup that Onyx is flying.
I don't know how Onyx has still managed to stay with this gap with all the lockups he's producing.
This last corner, Onyx has such a better exit than those two small lockups.
Let's see if Rafa can do any better. He looks quite far back. Onyx with another good exit.
Late braking.
He's not going to be able to make that. That's too. It's very late. It's very late. These top four all battling for podium positions. Onyx and Rafa both with 3-second time penalties. So at this stage, it's going to be medium pilot 1, Zach 2. If things stay how they are.
Rafa has 2 time penalties.
2 3-second time penalties.
Yeah, and Onyx has another warning. It's a second time warning. So maybe this is team order from medium pilot.
Well, if that's...
He obviously knows Rafa has a time penalty. You'll let him pass to battle Onyx, so Onyx slows down a bit. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Medium pilot isn't
old school 3-second time penalty.
These top 4 guys are throw a blanket over them, so they'll be so close together.
Onyx just gets such a good exit. Rafa's gonna have another pot, but I just don't think he's gonna be there again.
Well, they send it like Daniel Ricciardo. He's too far back. Please.
Onyx just has that last little chicane on absolute lockdown.
Yeah.
You know, they get so close throughout the lap, and then Onyx just pulls it out the bag on the straight.
You obviously have like clean air though, so it's going to be quite hard to follow.
Well, this is it. If these 4 cars so close together, it's going to be difficult for... I mean, they're all staying with each other, but you see this effect in real Formula 1 races, don't you? When you have a pile-up of cars within this distance, no one can really go anywhere because you all kind of prevent each other from moving. You know, the guys behind all have dirty air, even with DRS.
But obviously, the new regulations has helped that.
Yeah.
It's easy to follow, so hopefully in the new game we'll have lots more of this, maybe a full leg.
Well, you should have a much bigger boost with the DRS open on the straights in the new game. But again, Onyx,
look at that.
He pulls off like two tenths in that last corner.
It's insane. If Rafa didn't have DRS on him, Onyx would be so far ahead. But what? Some stuff have really made a dent in Superlife, to be honest.
No, he's not. I've been following it for the past 3 laps, and he's just picked up a 3-second. I've been talking about it. I've been watching it for the past 3 laps, and it stayed around 4.7, 4.8. So, yeah, he's made no progress at all. So it looks like he's gonna have to settle for P6. I'm surprised there that he doesn't have the pace on he had great pace on the mediums, but wasn't working for him on the softs, unfortunately. And it looks like Onyx, big lock up into the hairpin for Onyx, but we keep going on about his tyres, yet he's still... I mean, he's even opened the gap up. It's 7 tenths now. It's 8 tenths now.
The exit he has is absolutely incredible through the last corner.
Yeah. I think Rafa's going to be under pressure from medium pilot.
Medium pilot under pressure from Rafa as well. He's only 3 tenths down the road.
See, if Rafa falls out of DRS, which, I mean, he's 7 tenths, he could within the next couple of laps. If he falls out of DRS, that's going to bring medium pilot and potentially Zach right up onto the back. Now, we've got to remember, at the moment, it's provisional for medium pilot, really.
What I will say is, medium pilot has 2 warnings, Zach has no warnings. So Zach could be winning this race.
if we see a penalty from medium pilot and Zach manages to grab pole, that would be insane. That would be insane.
Zach has been brilliant today. He hasn't been.
Well, yeah. This is it.
He's battling with people. He's kept the pace to these top guys and hasn't challenged them as much, but he's still keeping the pace. It's quite impressive. But medium pilot makes a
Ooh, big mistake. And I've got to say, as you know, I recently had a situation in a league for getting too many time penalties.
Oh yeah.
Which, you know, I respect the rules of that league. However, I think this example here shows that time penalties in no way are an advantage. Like
Yeah, exactly.
The game, you are given time penalties for a reason, and you are allowed 1 to 2, let's call them strategic cuts before you get a time penalty. So this classic example here, all these quick guys, those guys who are ahead with time penalties could potentially lose out. 3 cars could lose out to Zach, who's just kept it clean. And that's the purpose of time penalties. You know, that's
what makes this league racing so interesting.
Oh, super guy with a 3 second. Yeah.
Real life F1, you don't get the stewards going, oh, you get 3 second time penalty, you get 3 second time penalty. That's what makes it look. It's a whole different strategy to look at the race with time penalties.
Yeah.
Like that.
Exactly. So that's. I think that was my. I've accepted the punishment, but
Yeah.
I think things like that need to be reviewed at least, because otherwise they wouldn't have time penalties in the game. That's the purpose. So in this situation, Onyx, Rafa, potentially medium pilot, due to their corner cuts, are gonna lose out to Zach potentially.
What I will say is, with time penalties, obviously they're taking 3 seconds off, but you want to calculate how much they've gained from that corner cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would be highly impressed. I would be highly impressed if anyone could gain more than 3 seconds off of one corner. Like, that won't happen. In fact, it's impossible, because if you try and corner cut from some of the bigger corners, you just get a straight 10, don't you? So
that's probably what the game does. It probably goes, how much does it gain? So say if it's a 5/10 or over, you get a warning. If it's like 3 seconds or over, straight time penalty. Probably what they are.
Exactly.
But what I want to say is, time penalties are good, because if you took away all the time they've gained from those warnings, they'd be so far back.
Oh yeah.
Because they've gained so much from some cutting corners and track extending, they'd be so far back. That's what time penalties do. They put them back where they should be.
Exactly.
That's what's good about them. Anyway, lap 31, only 2 laps left.
31, the Toro Rosso's unable to find a way past Onyx. However, time penalties are going to come into this. Medium pilot still on 2 warnings, 2 laps to go. So at the moment, he looks like he's going to be taking. So Samster's left the session. I think that's purely disconnected.
I think medium pilot in first right now. I think he's got 1 corner of the pressure sensor anymore than that to take it to.
Yeah, at the moment I can see it as medium P1, Zach P2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is. And Onyx P3, Rafa to I think 6 seconds or something like that.
So Onyx is driven great today, no question.
Yeah.
Fantastic pace to keep those Toro Rosso boys at bay. Unfortunately, time penalties are going to have something to say at the end. It's just medium pilot is the one. Hopefully he's been on the radio to Rafa. Jeff. Rafa's going to have a pop. He's going to have a pop round the outside. Oh, not at this stage. Not at this stage. Oof.
Give him enough room. Take 3 up, I can't have that. Oh, right.
Rafa currently he's got he's got no ERS. Onyx has been big dive from Rafa on the inside, and he makes it stick. Insane move by Rafa on the inside.
Yeah, literally just caught the end of that. No, the brilliant move from Rafa.
Great move. Unfortunately, it's not going to make a difference. Onyx is going to have a look. This is
so late.
This is where you need to be. Oh, Onyx sliding. This is where you need to be talking to Jeff, because drivers can get a bit desperate at the end, can't they? Trying to make some moves when in reality, Rafa getting past Onyx isn't going to make the slightest bit of difference. But great to see Zach. Oh, Zach touching the back of Pilot. As long as Medium Pilot's kept it clean, so Zach's still going to take P2. At this stage, we've got a lap to go. Immediate Pilot just needs to stay away from any form of warning, and Zach just needs to make sure he stays close to the back of this cluster.
With Jeff, Zach doesn't know Rafa 6-second time time. You can only check if Medium Pilot or Super Pilot time time.
Yeah.
That's what's stupid, not it?
Yeah.
There should be an option where you can check anyone in race. So how many time times?
Absolutely. Yeah.
At the moment, no clue.
No. Which I suppose that's, I mean, as you know, you should always have on your mind towards the end of the race, I should be staying as close to the guy in front as possible, because you never know. You know, I've won races due to people getting time penalties. Ibrahim with a 3-second time penalty. We do not want to be seeing Medium Pilot pop up at the bottom of the screen with only a few corners left.
I kind of do.
Of this race, we're gonna see drivers switching about the top. Rafa's gonna take provisional victory, but we're gonna see the times change. Yeah, Onyx moves up, Medium moves up, Zach moves up to P2. That knocks Rafa off of the podium, even though he finished in first.
Sam's put there. He literally just cut the whole.
Oh, he's slow. Yeah.
He's cut the whole of the last section. Excuse me? What? Is it me or Samson first?
What in the hell's just happened there?
Samson wins. Yay!
What in the hell's just happened there?
What? Ultimate strap for Samster.
Okay. What the hell has just happened there? So. It appears that Samster has won the race. That's obviously not the case at all. That's a big glitch. So that is Medium Pilot takes victory of the Spanish Grand Prix. Do not look at what's just occurred there. I don't know how that's happened. So Medium Pilot is in first at the Spanish Grand Prix. Zach P2. Onyx takes the third position on the podiums. I don't know what the hell has happened.
Wait, how has Samster done a best lap of 1:08.7?
Yeah, I think. Oh, I don't know how that's happened either.
That's a really good time for Monaco.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it's one of those, you know, those weird glitches in a like offline race where sometimes the driver does like an insane lap time. There's obviously just been a massive glitch there. So a crazy ending, a great race overall, with top sort of 5-6 drivers. Onyx did race really well, as did the two Toro Rossos and Zach, but it is Medium Pilot who takes P1, followed by Zach in P2, followed by Onyx in P3 due to penalties, and that pushed Rafa over to P4.
Yeah.
And then somehow Samster finished P0 with a 187 or whatever at the end. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but obviously that's not the case. Fantastic race though. That was brilliant.
That was probably one of the best races this season. The following of the cars
was great.
before the pit stops was incredible.
That was great driving.
Yeah.
Great driving from most guys there. I'm sure we're still going to have some things sent to the stewards, but thank you for joining me, Coloman.
Thank you.
And
see you next week. We'll see you tomorrow for.
I'll see you tomorrow for Britain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ideal. Thank you. Bye bye.